I'm Felisa Ford.
And I am Natasha Rachel.
And we are the co-creators of the Minecraft Good Trouble Lessons. Welcome to our ISTE session.
We are so glad to have you here today.
Welcome to Lessons in Good Trouble, making real-world connections with Minecraft EDU. I am a digital learning specialist, a Minecraft Global Mentor, and an MIE expert. Feel free to follow me on Twitter.
I am also a digital learning specialist, a Minecraft Global Mentor, and a Microsoft Innovative Educator expert, and you can also follow me on Twitter as well. Felisa and I co-created these lessons in Good Trouble with our friend Ken Shelton. You can also give him a follow on Twitter as well.
This session is all about lessons in good trouble and having students make real-world connections with these awesome activists that we'll introduce you to in just a moment. Our session goals really are just to introduce students to these awesome activists and to show students that these were just ordinary people who did some amazing things, and your students can do the same thing. We wanted to make sure that there was representation and diversity in these lessons.
We're going to have you take a quick look at a trailer for the Good Trouble lessons.
Lessons in Good Trouble is a new Minecraft experience that explores social justice movements from around the world. Meet civil rights leaders and Congressman John Lewis, who believed that being a catalyst for good trouble was a great way to build a better world. We begin in the United States, where students learn about the Black Lives Matter movement and its origins. Next, we travel to Pakistan to meet Malala, who spoke out against the Taliban when they tried to prevent girls from getting an education. Help her rebuild the village school and learn more about her work as an advocate for equal education for all. We then visit South Africa, where John Lewis introduces us to the anti-apartheid leader Nelson Mandela, an advocate for human rights and freedoms. Here, you'll learn about other anti-apartheid activists and build a monument to their good trouble. Then, on to segregated America in the 1960s to meet Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who embodied the ideals of good trouble by speaking out and leading nonviolent protest. We'll also meet Rosa Parks and learn about her role in leading the Montgomery bus boycott. During India's struggle for independence, Mahatma Gandhi inspired people around the world by leading hunger strikes, boycotts, and nonviolent marches. In this activity, you can help Gandhi build something to represent his teachings. You can even export your creation for 3D printing or AR presentations. Next, you'll travel to the early 1900s, where the women of London are ready to cast their ballots. Learn about Emmeline Pankhurst's Suffragette movement, which helped women win the right to vote. Lessons in Good Trouble challenges learners to reflect on the ways social movements have impacted our world and how good trouble can build a better world for the future.
So the way the Good Trouble lessons came about, it started in late spring, summer of 2020 at the height of the George Floyd incident and the social injustice and unrest that was happening across the United States and across the globe. So we made a connection to Congressman John Lewis. He is near and dear to us, right here from Atlanta, Georgia, where we are located. So we created 7 lessons in Good Trouble in Minecraft, 2 identity lessons, and we even contributed to the Hour of Code lesson.
Now we'd like to take some time to share with you how these real world connections have happened using Minecraft in education and the Good Trouble lessons. So as you know, Congressman John Lewis was just an ordinary person who decided to stand up and be a catalyst for positive change in the world. He was an ordinary citizen, he did extraordinary things, and really just stood up for the rights of other people.
So who better to tell you what good trouble is than Congressman John Lewis himself?
I met Rosa Parks at the age of 17. In 1958, at the age of 18, I met Martin Luther King Jr., and these 2 individuals inspired me to get in the way, to get in trouble. So I come here to say to you this morning, on this beautiful campus With your great education, you must find a way to get in the way. You must find a way to get in trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble. As young people, you must understand that there are forces that want to take us back to another period. But you must say that we're not going back. We made too much progress and we're going forward. There may be some setbacks, some delays, some disappointment, but you must never, ever give up or give in. You must keep the faith and keep your eyes on the prize. That is your calling, that is your mission, that is your moral obligation, that is your mandate. Get out there and do it. Get in the way.
One of the things that we love about Minecraft and education and these good trouble lessons are the real world connections that are formed. And as you can see here, we have Congressman John Lewis, just weeks before his untimely passing, standing in the middle of Black Lives Matter Plaza. And the awesome creators that actually built the good trouble lessons in Minecraft, the actual world in Minecraft, were able to recreate that scene as you see here.
We also take advantage of using Minecraft to tell the stories of these activists, to bring them to life for the students. So an example of what students will experience are these social justice movements across the globe. We didn't want to just focus on the Black Lives Matter movement in the US because we wanted there to be true representation. So we identified activists and social justice movements around the world.
You are going to meet so many amazing activists as you progress through these good trouble lessons. For example, you're going to meet Emmeline Pankhurst, who was so crucial and important in making sure that some women had the right to vote back in England. You're also going to meet Malala, who was instrumental in standing up for girls' education and still continues to fight the good fight now. You're going to meet the creators of the Black Lives Matter movement. You're going to meet Nelson Mandela. You're going to meet Gandhi. You're going to meet so many amazing people, and you're going to learn all about their fight to make positive change.
So are you ready for this live immersion into the good trouble world?
We are going to take you through what it looks like to get into the good trouble world. So we're going to dive in, and there's simple steps that you need to follow to get in there. Of course, you're going to want to make sure that you have your Minecraft account. For our students that have your education account, you can just log in that way. And if you don't have your education account, it is also available in the regular edition as well. You're going to make sure that you sign in, and then we're just going to walk you through the different steps. So here I am ready to log into my Minecraft Education Edition account. I'm just going to go ahead and click play. Once I click play, I'm going to view the library. From the library, I'm going to click on lessons, and then I'm going to scroll down here to equity and inclusion. Once I click there, you'll notice that I have lessons in good trouble available. Some things to point out here, over here on the right-hand side, I can go ahead and create this world and have it ready to go for myself, or my students can go ahead and click that to jump into the world. For our teachers, right here is where you're going to click to get the lesson plan, and we're going to walk you through that in a little bit. Amazing, amazing resources there for you. We also have resources available for you here, and then you can also share the link to this world here. So if you're using Microsoft Teams, you can go ahead and share that link directly with your students there. You'll also find a description, learning objectives, essential questions, everything that you need to know to get started right here in the lesson description. So we're going to go ahead and create this world. Once you've created your world, it's going to go ahead and drop you right into the good trouble lobby. And if we pan around, you'll notice that I am in a lobby that has access to all of the NPCs that you're going to meet, all of our amazing activists right here, ready to go. If you look around, you'll notice there are different images and wall hangings on the walls. Here is Congressman John Lewis at the Edmund Pettus Bridge. If I come over this way, you'll notice Black Lives Matter Plaza. Something important to point out, make sure that you and your students take a look at the board here and just read about what the purpose is of jumping into these good trouble lessons. Also, as you come over here to this podium, we have our activity guide. And what's awesome about this activity guide, it is a little lengthy, but you want to make sure that you spend time in the lesson guide, because this is going to provide you with the background. It's going to provide you with what to look for once you're in the good good trouble world, the difference between the yellow and the green beacons. There's some essential questions in here. So you want to make sure that you spend some time in this guidebook. You can also export this as well. So what we're going to do is just kind of show you around and just walk you through who you're going to see. Now, any of these NPCs that you click on will transport you to that particular world inside of the Good Trouble world. So if you think of the Good Trouble world as one big world with many worlds inside of it, that's a good way to think of it to kind of keep you on track. So if I wanted to go directly to the Black Lives Matter movement and learn about that movement and the positive change that came out of that movement, I could click directly on this NPC. Same with Malala, same with Nelson Mandela, and so on and so forth. So just for the purpose of demonstration, we're going to go ahead and click on Dr. Martin Luther King here. We get a short little description, and we're going to go ahead and land right here in 1950s and 60s. So here we are. And if I click on any of the NPCs, of course, I'm going to get some further description. Of course, we love that Immersive Reader is built right inside. So for our students with hearing impairments or reading impairment, visual impairments, we know that this is going to be a great tool to support them. So as we go through, we're going to continue to learn about all of the Good Trouble, for example, that Dr. Martin Luther King was a part of. We can have access to his I Have a Dream speech right here just by clicking on this link, and this will take us outside of Minecraft and take us into that particular speech. We also have some more information about his life, and you'll notice these hyperlinks are built in all throughout the lessons. So just to kind of show you, again, the yellow beacons is where you're going to find your activities, and you'll just want to make sure that your students walk around and explore everything. There's little hidden things that they can discover as they're going through. And so this is just a quick overview of what it looks like to actually get into the world and what to look for once you're there.
So now that you've had the opportunity to explore the Good Trouble world, let's take a look at Good Trouble in action. So first, I want to introduce you to Andy Nuves' class, and he's from Zionville, Indiana, and they had an immersive experience with Good Trouble, and I just love looking at the tweets that have come through. He said that he was hosting and guiding both of his classes through the Good Trouble world today. So this is exciting for us to see it in action.
Then we have Farah Saki's class from Ontario, Canada, and we just love that the Good Trouble lessons and the movement has not just been limited to the United States, but people all over the world are using these lessons. And here her students were exposed to social justice movements, and they got to definitely jump into the Minecraft Good Trouble lessons and world and learn all about all of our awesome activists.
And we will remain in Canada, in Toronto. We have Madam Better's class, and they did a deep dive into a comparative analysis of the differences in protests, riots, and just comparing these social justice movements. So this was a way that they were able to make a real world connection, starting with the Minecraft Good Trouble lessons. One of our final introductions to the impact that these Minecraft lessons and Good Trouble have had is the Malala lesson and this case study in Pakistan. And guys, when I say we were just blown away when we saw this, and I just have to be transparent, we literally cried when we saw this, to see the impact that these Good Trouble lessons have had and the connections that people have to these lessons. So take a look.
Education is a basic human right of all people. Though beyond that, it empowers women to contribute to the society, and it allows them to make their own choices and uplift their families. Growing up in Pakistan, I was acutely aware that I was one of the fortunate ones. The vast majority of the population around me wasn't so fortunate. For International Women's Day and Women's History Month, Minecraft Education Edition engaged the creators of our lesson in Good Trouble world to create 2 new lessons during this very important time. One for Malala Yousafzai, and within the Malala lesson, which is called One Girl Among Many, students explore Pakistan and the work with Malala and the United Nations to build a school that will become a safe space where girls can learn and lead. We partnered with the Microsoft Education team in Karachi, Pakistan, to host and record a Malala lesson walkthrough with key teachers, education leaders, and students via Teams to help them see the importance of educating girls and women in their communities.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How are you all? I hope you are all well.
Good morning and assalamu alaikum.
And I welcome you all to celebrate Women's History Month through Minecraft Education Edition's new lesson, Good Trouble.
So let's get started.
This interactive style of learning can really inspire students to educate themselves further in the areas that interest them the most.
I personally believe that this Minecraft education is again a platform that the students loved.
They can, think out of the box. Tell me and I will know, but then you teach me and I will remember.
So in a nutshell, it can be concluded that Minecraft Education Edition is very good.
So it's really nice to have the Malala lesson be part of a case study in Pakistan in particular, because it's a hero that they really do directly resonate with. It is something that is close to their heart and really does inspire girls directly and in a way that's culturally relevant to them to really see that the impact that they themselves can have in the world.
If we educate mothers, women, again, we are educating nations and generations, ma'am.
I think this is going to be very beneficial in terms of creating awareness and learning.
It could basically change generations, and this tree could go on and on.
For students, we seek to empower the next generation of leaders and inspire them to build a better world and make their contributions to furthering their societies.
Now it's time for us to dive into the lessons that you'll find once you get into the Good Trouble world. There are so many amazing things about these lessons. We spent a lot of time making sure that these lessons were not only aligned to the ISTE standards for students, but we also made sure that we spent some time working with tolerance.org to make sure that everything was ready to go and aligned to their standards as well.
So as you look at these lessons in Good Trouble, you will see that not only do we have the objectives, but we want you to make sure that you download the full lesson, because we have a lot of awesome activities that you don't even have to be in Minecraft to complete, so that your students are able to move from where they learned in Minecraft to being able to do something tangible in your classroom.
We are so excited that you are spending time learning about these Good Trouble lessons, but there's always an opportunity to learn even more. So make sure that you spend some time and jump into the Minecraft educator community right there at education.minecraft.net. Make sure that you explore, that you download lessons, that you go through and really see everything that's there. There's also a blog that has been published that talks all about the social justice in Minecraft Education Edition with Good Trouble. There's some good nuggets in there, so make sure you take some time to check that out. And also make sure that you download the Good Trouble lessons.
And don't stop there. Go to Flipgrid in the Discovery Library. There is a topic, a Good Trouble topic. So check that out. Also, check out the Lessons in Good Trouble Wakelet. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to connect with us on Twitter. You can email us. I am Felisa Ford.
And I'm Natasha Rachel. Make sure that you tag us on Twitter with all of the creations that you and your students create using the Good Trouble lessons. Thank you again for spending so much time with us today, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.